You talked about your personal calling,
Yeah.
but what really touched my heart is hearing about your parents. Would you mind kind of going through that experience?
Yeah.
You mentioned that your parents were both deaf.
Yes.
And so what I loved is the miraculous nature of God and how he's able to create a communicator out of two parents that have struggled communicating. And so
That's a great question.
would you dive in on that?
Yeah, I think the thing that I think the most is the number one question I get as a communicator is, where did I learn how to talk? And it has been this mysterious question my whole life, because I was in a home where my parents didn't talk. I was an only child. My parents were both deaf. My mom had cerebral palsy, and I grew up in a home it wasn't silent. It just wasn't the primary way in which we communicate. And I think what was interesting, a couple of events took place in my life, 3 to be specific, if I could just share those. I was 10 years old at a McDonald's, and I was interpreting for my parents, ordering for them, which was a common practice. I would always order for them at restaurants. I would settle a bill discrepancy. My aunt would tell me later on, after my parents passed away, that I helped negotiate a deal for my parents to buy their first home. All
How old were you?
elementary,
Oh, wow.
middle school age,
Yeah.
because I was their primary voice.
Yeah.
And I'm 10 years old, and I'm at a McDonald's, and I'm interpreting for my parents. I take a step back from the counter, and a sweet, elderly African-American woman puts her hand on my shoulder and just speaks with this beautiful Southern expression and drawl that was very prophetic and powerful. And I didn't even know those words. I'm just trying to order a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Do you do this everywhere you go?"
Wow.
I go, "I do." "Yes, ma'am." And then she said it, and I was 10. She goes, "One day, God's going to greatly use you."
Wow.
It wouldn't be till 5 years later I gave my life to Christ. I didn't know what she meant, but I think about this woman that would find courage and be led by the Holy Spirit to speak into my life. And it framed kind of the idea that my life wasn't an accident, but I felt that way growing up. And the second story I would share is, I'm now in my 30s, and I'm a minister, and this woman's prophecy at 10 is coming to fruition. I'm a associate pastor at a church. I'm traveling and preaching. And I remember looking at my dad, who's deaf, like 100% deaf. And I go, "Do you wish that Jesus could heal you? Like, heal you?" He's been discriminated against his whole life. His dad walked out on him when he was 15 because he was deaf. Just the pain of being deaf. His heart had been shattered so many times from people that had hurt him. And I said, "Do you wish that God could heal you?" And I'll never forget this. My dad goes, he didn't even flinch. He didn't even check up. He goes, "No." And this is the sign for why. So like, why did you say that? Like, tell me why. And he points at me and he goes, "You." And I didn't know what he meant by that. So I was like, this is a sign for, what do you mean? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Why me?
Yeah.
And then he said it. I'm in my 30s at this time, and he goes, "I've watched you your whole life talk for me and Mom, and you have been a voice to so many people for us. Now I know that the reason why God gave you us is because of what he was going to do in your life. But in order for him to do what he had to do in your life, you had to be in this world, a deaf world and a hearing world, and figure out how to bridge the gap."
Goodness.
And then he said this, he goes, "And now," he goes, "you talk for God, and you bridge the world between heaven and this world for God."
Wow.
And it marked me.
Yeah.
It marked me. Yeah. So for me, that's the heart of this conversation.
Right.
Is how do we effectively be that person?
Right.
And the third story I would share is, when my mom died, I got my grandmother's journal. And my grandmother told me that my mom, and I never knew this, my mom, who was not able to have children, went to a healing service in Charlotte, North Carolina, to be healed of deafness. I mean, my dad was cool with being deaf. My mom probably wasn't. And she goes, and she's not able to have children, and she's an evangelist, prophesied over her life. And once more, my mom's deaf. And he's speaking to her as if she could hear, but she can't hear. So she looks to my grandmother and goes, "What did he say?" And my grandmother, meanwhile, my mom's been told she can't be pregnant. She's with my dad and told they can't have kids. And the evangelist goes, "You're pregnant." And that was me.
Wow.
So I look at my life
Yeah.
and recognize that God has been orchestrating all of this
Right.
with a calling,
Right.
and it's clear. And I think for me, I would love just to say to somebody and look into a camera and just go, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've gone through, there's a God that believes in you more than you believe in you.
Wow.
And he's put people in your life to esteem and affirm that calling.
Yeah.
And here's the phrase I would say, why not you?
Yeah.
Why not receive what God says about you and the calling of God placed on your life?
Yeah.
Do it
Yeah.
in the confidence of who he called you to be.
Yeah.